Hello my friends, my name is Artur and I am an Estonian soldier. Submarines! We haven't made a video about them, I've always talked about them that I want to, and now I'm going to, but not the past submarines and not the present one, the future ones. I want to see some invisible submarines or some like aircraft carriers or floating cities. I want to see submerged cities, you know, huge submarines with huge capabilities. And a damn Gatling gun. They need to have a 20mm Gatling gun attached to them because that's the thing that needs to be attached to anything. Everything the US produces, I want to see a damn Gatling gun on it. Make it happen. Hey, Mr. President, Mr. Trump, make it happen. Look at this watch. Rohje. Finnish handmade quality, reindeer leather straps. They're the softest thing you've ever touched, but they are strong, let me tell you that. It's bulletproof. It's not actually bulletproof. It's damn bulletproof, man. It will save you if somebody shoots you like BAM! Save you with the watch. I'd go to war, I'd take that watch with me. I vouch for it. Go and get it. The link is in the description below. Go and get the watch. Let's thank the Patreons. We have Johnny Milo. Sounds like a mafia name. Johnny Milo. I'm from the mob. No one really says that they're from the mob, but Johnny, you probably are. Thank you for sharing some of that mob support with me. Grant Atkinson. Thank you, Mr. Atkinson, for supporting the channel. Shawnee Johnson. Shawnee? I don't know. Your names are weird, man. I don't know how to say them. But thank you, Mr. Johnson, for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel, the link is in the description below. Patreon is the best way to do it. Pick your amount, everything helps. I'll be popping out 3 videos a week for you. Alright, submarines, here we go!
Submarines have always played a deeply mysterious role in a nation's navy. They're compatible to a special forces unit.
What is that? What is that we see in the video now? It's a task force, you know, it's led by an aircraft carrier, but so many ships. This is a whole fleet here. This is like the whole damn fleet. I thought task force with an aircraft carrier has about aircraft carrier, a few subs and a few other ships and auxiliaries, but this is a damn fleet. It has over 20 ships here. Well, if you know anything about what is this huge, massive amount of ships, then let me know in the comments.
Unit in any army, operating way behind enemy territory, unsupported and alone, hiding their position and constantly evading detection as part of their daily routine. This mission description of a submarine has uniquely informed its design philosophies as a naval craft. Depending on their role and nature of operations, Navy submarines can be as small as the now decommissioned American NR-1, weighing in at just 400 tons and measuring only 174 feet in length, all the way to the largest Typhoon class of submarines, currently operated by the Russian Navy, which tipped the scales at over 25,000 tons.
Yeah, you guys wanted me to watch the video about the largest sub in the world, which is Russian. And if I say sub, I don't mean Subway sandwich, I mean the submarine. Although they kind of look similar, you know, the large Subway sandwich and this submarine look the same.
And measure over 575 feet in length. Similar to the range of sizes that submarines come in, they also perform a similarly vast range of roles for the Navy. From offensive roles to launch pads for long range.
My question is, does it have the 20mm Gatling gun on it? If it doesn't, stick the 20mm Gatling gun on the submarine and make it submergible so you can shoot the 20mm 6,000 shots per minute underwater. No bullets going underwater like that would be so cool. Make it happen, Mr. Trump.
Ballistic missiles to deep cover reconnaissance, submarines can perform them all. Because of the technological advancements that have been made since World War I, modern-day submarines are some of the deadliest force multipliers. One submarine hiding somewhere under the waves is a major deterrent to a nation's enemies than a whole fleet of surface ships steaming towards the shore. This is primarily because the world's oceans are a vast place, and if an object is well hidden below the water level, it becomes very difficult for sensors to track them. Secondly, submarine missions are shrouded in deep secrecy. Only a handful of people in the chain of command actually know their current position at any given time. Despite its apparent invulnerability, submarines are not beyond reproach from a type of warfare that is employed by modern navies, known as ASW, or anti-submarine warfare. ASW uses all types of platforms.
Alright, I got a question about how to take down a sub. I've heard, and in computer games also, I've seen that choppers can drop submerged bombs that will explode near a submarine and the wave will destroy it and rip it apart. Is it true? How does it work? The chopper goes to the location it thinks the sub is, drops explosives, and those explosives submerge and explode. How do they know how deep they have to explode. The sub can be anywhere, right? They don't really hit the sub, they hit the water around it, and the wave that is made by the explosion underwater, that rips the sub apart. That's how I understand it. Hello my friends, welcome back to the Estonian Soldier Hat competition. Good to see you back. We got some new names, we got some new states to add, although I'm running out of room. Where the hell am I going to add this? I don't have room to add the states. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write on the wall. That's what I'm gonna do. First of all, we have Ed Nichols from Arizona, baby. Yeah! 9 points to Arizona, which makes it the first place in the competition. Way to go, Ed. You made history for your state, boy. Arizona is in the lead. We have Kari Koskei. I don't know how to say that name, only a weird way. It doesn't sound normal. Koskei, you're from Indiana. We don't have Indiana and I don't have any more room. I already rewrote everything. Now I have to do it again. Alright, I'm gonna add Indiana on the top. There's one more place there. Nice little place for Indiana. Get ready for the weirdest name in the history books. Stitch. Mr. Chul Stitch. That's what I'm gonna call you. Well, you're from the Netherlands, so it makes sense it's weird. We don't have the Netherlands, so Mr. Chill Stitch, I'm gonna add the Netherlands for you. I wanna see a weirder name than this one. I'm gonna give you an award if you have a weirder name. We have Cameron Abo. Well, that's a normal name, yes. From California. That makes 6 points for California. We have Mark Liebig. Liebig? A very German name. You guys, the Americans, some of you have very German family names. Or Mexican, or anything else but American. But what is America than a mixture of culture and names? Mark Liebig, you're from Michigan. 3 points for Michigan. We have Keenan McReynolds from Iowa. Iowa already has 6 points, so quite on the lead. Quite almost on the lead, and now it will have 7. If this continues right now, Arizona is in the lead and will replace the Texas flag. Does Arizona flag look good? Would it look good on my wall? And last but not least, we have Mr. Konstantinos Vlachos. Oh, what an exotic name. Konstantinos is like Russian and Greek mixed. And Vlachos is like Vlad, Romanian, and Vlachos, it's like Mexican. So you have all cultures in that name. Well, it goes to New York. Way to go, Mr. Konstantinos, putting a point to New York. Get the hat and represent your home state, represent your home, or if you want to represent some other states, just write to me and I'll put your point to wherever you want it to go. Get it? The link is in the description below. Back to the video.
Is available to a modern navy to hunt and put submarines out of action. These include tracking and detection carried out by surface ships, air assets equipped with the latest sonar and radar equipment, and submarines themselves designated as the hunter-killers. Once found, submarines can face a plethora of weapons like torpedoes, naval mines, and sophisticated depth charges.
Depth charges, that's what they are. Dropped from above, they go underwater and they explode and boom, the wave is so big it tears anything apart within like 100 meters.
There are even land assets to track enemy submarines like the Sound Surveillance System, or better known as the SOSUS system. First developed by the US Navy to track Soviet submarines, it includes a chain of listening stations across the east and west coast of the United States. Since then, the technology of continuous surveillance has been heavily upgraded and now operates as the Integrated Undersea Surveillance System, or IUSS, using not only land-based assets but also mobile assets across the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. So to keep ahead of these advances of tracking technology, submarines have to constantly evolve, becoming more stealthier, more potent, and more self-sufficient.
In the movies, it's like when another submarine is near and they want to go quiet so they wouldn't hear them. They can't even drop anything. Like the submarine is underwater. You can't hear anything underwater. But the equipment is so sensitive there that supposedly if another person in another submarine drops a hammer on the ground, you can hear that to another sub with their equipment. They can hear it. So you can't even walk if you're close to another submarine if you want to stay stealth, which seems so mind-blowing to me because the water, you know, silences a lot of noises, but they can hear you, so you gotta be quiet. Underwater, you gotta be quiet underwater. Crazy.
operations across the world's ocean. The United States Navy currently owns one of the largest fleets of submarines. These include the Los Angeles class of attack submarines, the Ohio class of ballistic missile and guided missile submarines, the Virginia class of fast attack submarines intended to replace the aging Los Angeles class, and a small fleet of the Seawolf class of attack submarines, bringing the tally to 74 operational submarines.
74? But Germany during the World War II had over 700 U-boats. I guess I'm missing something here. 700, 1/10 of Germany's might. But I guess U-boats were easier to create and not that advanced. If US, the most powerful nation in the world, has 74, then I guess it is enough. Because US has everything more than enough. So I guess this is also more than enough. But it seems so little to me. I would imagine they had like hundreds of them.
However, to keep ahead of the curve, the US Navy is embarked on the production of a new class of super submarines called the Columbia class. As part of that project, a total of 12 new submarines are planned. As per the Navy's FY 2020 budget submission, it's estimated that the total procurement cost of these 12 ships is going to be around $109 billion, including the one-time research and development cost. This new class of submarine is going to start entering service in the early 2030s, one by one replacing the existing Ohio class. All 12 submarines are expected to join the fleet by 2043 and are expected to remain operational.
2043, hell, I'll be well in my midlife crisis by then, like close to 50. I'll be close to 50 when these come to service. Damn, the US plans quite ahead. Hey, what's the longest plan the US military does? It's like, by year 2105, we will have invisible flying aircraft carriers. What is the longest plan the US military has made? If you know about it, let me know.
Till the late 2080s. The new submarines will measure approximately 560 feet long and will have a diameter of 43 feet. The submerged displacement of the boat will be over 20,000 tons. Each submarine will have 16 missile tubes for 16 new D5 Trident II ballistic missiles. The Trident missile system has an operational range of over 7,500 miles.
Oh, 7,500 miles, that's more than enough. You can shoot anything from anywhere almost. You can shoot a missile from US coast and it can hit anything from Europe. So you don't even need to move the subs. That is more than enough.
Capable of carrying multiple nuclear warheads. The new submarines will feature a large aperture bow array sonar, which, unlike the Ohio class, does not need regular replacement over the lifetime of the vessel. Plus, they also feature more advanced hydrophones, allowing the Columbia class submarines a greater capability in terms of detecting and tracking threats. A new nuclear reactor has also been developed for the Columbia class of submarine.
Their nuclear subs, really cool. To imagine that this sub can be underwater for infinity amount of times because it has a nuclear reactor on it. Like the fuel in a nuclear reactor needs to be changed, I think, every 5 years or something. So you can just stay in water for 5 years if you have the food, or if you have food or oxygen, you can just stay underwater.
According to reports, these new reactors are expected to last the entire 40-year service life of the new ships, thereby not requiring an expensive and time-consuming midlife refit like its predecessors. This way, the Columbia class of submarines will be able to spend more time operating in its role as a deterrent, allowing the Navy a second strike capability.
This is somewhat. Look at this ship. This is the first stealth futuristic ship in the US Navy. It's kind of a failure as a project, but still it looks very futuristic. It doesn't look really dangerous, look at it, but it is. The most advanced thing on this ship is a radar. And damn, you can't see this ship on radar because it is made so stealth. And the price of it is so damn expensive that they almost stopped producing them.
Capability from under the ocean than in dry docks undergoing maintenance. On top of the modernized power plant, the new Columbia-class submarines will come equipped with an electric drive propulsion system and fly-by-wire system for rudder and hydroplane control. An electric drive eliminates the need for mechanical generators, and fly-by-wire replaces mechanical control systems with sophisticated hydraulic and electric systems. The submarines will also be coated with sound absorption paint. All these design improvements are aimed at reducing the acoustic signature of the submarines as much as possible, thus making it even more stealthy and difficult to track by the latest advances in sonar technologies. When it comes to submarine technology, the US Navy is similarly matched to their Russian counterparts.
Russians are really good with submarines. I mean, okay, Russians have fallen behind in many occasions, but submarines, I don't think it's the class. Submarines, they have really good submarines. Aircraft carriers is another story. Russian aircraft carriers, they're crap. Compared to Americans, they're like nothing. But submarines is a different story.
Russia's dominance in submarine technology is unquestionable, and it's reported that the 4 new Bori class of nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines that are currently under construction are almost comparable in performance to the first few vessels of the Columbia class and the Block 5 Virginia class of submarines.
But they already
Despite
have
this
them.
parity in performance, the Russian Navy has quietly been developing a whole new class of submarines.
So the Russian Navy is about 10 to 20 years ahead in submarine technology than the US Navy, which is not the case in other military branches, but the submarine technology, only that. But at least the Russians have some upper hands in something.
That threatens to tilt the power balance under the world's oceans their way. In late June of 2020, Russia is planning to unveil its latest submarine, called the Khabarovsk, or Project 9851. This new submarine is not a conventional ballistic missile sub. Instead, it's designed to be armed with the gigantic Poseidon nuclear drone torpedoes.
Nuclear drone torpedo? What are we, in a sci-fi movie? Nuclear drone torpedo. We need to hit them with our nuclear drone torpedoes. We need to hit the Americans with our nuclear drone torpedoes. Yuri, aim and shoot! Shoot one of those nuclear drone torpedoes! Nice. Way to go, Russians.
A lot is known about this project, but similar to its predecessor, the Bori class, the new vessel will feature superior stealth technology and nuclear propulsion, giving it unlimited range. What's more surprising is that the main armament, or 6 Poseidon torpedoes, are also nuclear powered, affording them unlimited range as well.
So they can shoot the torpedoes like 500 miles away and it can just travel and travel. And if it has its own radar and guiding systems, it can be fire and forget. You just shoot it and then it goes on its own, and 500 miles later it hits an American submarine. Damn, I'm surprised. Like always, Russia is so far behind, but this really surprises me. I'm mind blown. I have to say this. Way to go, Russian military. Like, yeah, nice. I wish we had those.
Khabarovsk is likely developed to counter the threat of Western anti-submarine warfare, especially the United States and United Kingdom's hunter-killer attack submarines that have a long legacy of stalking Russian guided missile subs. With its unmanned nuclear-powered torpedoes, this new class of submarine can change the equation of underwater warfare completely. Each of these unmanned torpedoes has the capacity to carry a 100 megaton thermonuclear warhead and are designed to cross entire oceans before detonating against an enemy coastal target, such as a city or naval base,
What?
or even a carrier strike group.
You can shoot entire ocean away. That's what I thought. I thought submarines' main objective is to be stealth underwater and then sneak into enemy territories and enemy waters and boom, shoot, and nobody know you were there. But they can shoot half a world away. You don't even need to be submerged or like a sneaky submarine. You can just fire away. And 10 minutes, torpedo probably travels also a few hours. You have to wait, and so they need to be self-guided, of course. You can't really. But then why have a submarine at all? Like you can shoot those missiles from the ground also. They can just. Why have a sub if you're not gonna go to enemy waters and you're just gonna shoot from your own water? You don't even need a submarine, right?
The Poseidon torpedo's range, speed, and depth might make it untouchable to the current generation of torpedoes, making Russia's underwater superiority absolute in the coming decades.
Oh.
To its east, China is also proceeding with an aggressive submarine development program. It currently operates a fleet of 4 Type 94 or Jin-class ballistic missile submarines. 2 more submarines of this class were launched on the 71st anniversary of the Navy in 2020. The subs, first launched in 2007, are nuclear-powered and extend China's nuclear deterrent capability to sea-based assets as well. The country is now developing a new class of submarines named Type 96, designed to carry the latest JL-3 submarine-launched ballistic missiles, or SLBM, which have an estimated range of more than 700 miles, putting the United States, Europe, India, and Russia within its range.
Putting everybody within its range. You don't need more. You can just destroy everybody with this.
The JL-3 is also expected to carry multiple independently targeted re-entry vehicles, or MIRV, which means that once the missile has obtained its maximum altitude, it can split open to release multiple warheads and can assign different ballistic trajectories to each one of the warheads. Traveling at hypersonic speeds, these warheads can then attack different targets, essentially.
So you have one huge warhead in the air and it splits open and many different come out of it. It's like in the movies. Really, the future is now. I mean, I'm counting on the American sea-based systems. They will just shoot down anything that moves and that comes their way. But if you're dealing with like 100 megaton nuclear missile and the seaway shoots it, it explodes, then whoever you are, you're dead anyway, because it's a nuclear weapon. Yeah, that's the question. Can seaweeds protect you against nuclear missiles? They will shoot you and break and destroy it like 1 kilometer before it hits your base, but 1 kilometer is not enough. If it explodes there, you're dead. Shoot it down with a bow or something.
From a single missile. The JL-3 has been designed specifically to defeat
seaweeds,
surface or naval missile defense systems, and its integration into the new Type 96 submarines will give China a significant edge. In the same neighborhood, India is spending over $15 billion on its Arihant class of nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines. The lead ship in this class, INS Arihant, was launched in 2009, and the second ship, INS Aragat, is currently undergoing sea trials. A total of 6 vessels are planned that are indigenously built in India and will operate the nuclear-capable K family of SLBMs, also currently under development by DRDO, the Defence Research Wing of India. The INS Arihant class of submarines will be equipped with 8 K5 missiles with a maximum operational range of 5,000 miles.
Well,
These new submarines,
even 5,000 is well enough. It doesn't have to be 7 or 7,500 like the Americans. 5,000 is well enough because you have a submarine. You can just go closer underwater if you need to. This was the future of submarines. Well, I want to see also a video about the past or present submarines, and I want to see the video of the biggest submarines, which is Russian. So if you're Russian, you're going to love this video because you know Russians dominate submarine business, and we haven't really made Russian positive videos on this channel, which I can make if you want to. Have nothing against it. Support the channel through Patreon or just become a member of this channel and join the Discord server, the Estonian Soldier Discord server. Get the hat, and as always, my friends, until my next video, stay cool and bye bye.